Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a story that has captured international attention, a story of activism, legal battles, and a relentless quest for self-determination. We're talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a figure at the heart of the Biafran independence movement. Let's unpack the complex journey of this man, whom many consider a persecuted freedom fighter. Who is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Born in Nigeria, and also a citizen of the United Kingdom, Kanu became a prominent voice for the independence of Biafra, a region in southeastern Nigeria. His argument has consistently been that if Nigeria cannot function as a true democracy that serves all its people, then the people of Biafra should have the right to govern themselves. To spread this message, he founded Radio Biafra in London, broadcasting his ideals to a global audience across Africa, Europe, and North America. His activism, however, put him on a collision course with the Nigerian government. Under the administration of the late President Buhari, Kanu was arrested and detained for years, facing a protracted court process. Eventually, he was granted bail, but the conditions were exceptionally strict. This period of relative freedom was short-lived. While he was on bail, his home in southeastern Nigeria was raided by the military. Fearing for his safety, Kanu managed to escape the country, eventually finding his way to Israel. The story takes another dramatic turn from there. During a visit to Kenya, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was taken into custody and subsequently returned to Nigeria in a process that many legal experts and human rights advocates have described as an extraordinary rendition. Lacking due legal process, since his return to Abuja, he has been held in solitary confinement for years. His case has moved through the Nigerian judicial system, with many observers expressing concern that the legal proceedings are being influenced by political pressures from the executive branch. Often referred to as a SORAC, the primary charge leveled against him by the Nigerian government is terrorism, a charge stemming from his advocacy for Biafran independence. This has been a major point of contention. His supporters argue that advocating for self-determination is a legitimate political expression, not an act of terrorism. The legal battles have been long and winding. At one point, a court of appeal actually acquitted and discharged him of all allegations. However, in a move that shocked many, the government refused to comply with the court's ruling and continued to hold him in solitary confinement. The case eventually reached Nigeria's Supreme Court. In its ruling, the Supreme Court acknowledged that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's fundamental rights had been severely violated by the government's actions, particularly the extraordinary rendition from Kenya. Despite this finding, the court did not order his release. Instead, it sent the case back to a lower court to continue the trial. This decision drew widespread criticism from legal scholars and human rights groups, who saw it as a blow to judicial independence. Many people now view the judiciary not as the last hope for the common person, but as a tool susceptible to political influence, used to suppress dissent and those who challenge authority. This frustrating legal maze led to another significant development. Mazi Kanu decided to withdraw his legal team, choosing to represent himself in court. This is a bold move, placing the responsibility for his defense squarely on his own shoulders. He is now face-to-face with the prosecution, arguing his case directly before the judge. In a recent court appearance, he made a powerful statement. He told the court that the prosecution has fundamentally failed to charge him with any recognizable offense under Nigerian law. He argued that the case against him lacks legal substance and is politically motivated, with his freedom hanging in the balance. He made a direct plea to the court: either discharge him from the baseless charges or, at the very least, grant him bail so he can properly prepare his defense and regain a measure of his liberty. The situation surrounding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is more than just a legal case. It's a litmus test for democracy, human rights, and the rule of law in Nigeria. His supporters see him as a symbol of resistance against oppression, a man willing to sacrifice his freedom for the future of his people. On the other hand, the government views him as a threat to national unity and security. The ongoing trial continues to be a focal point for discussions about ethnic tensions, political freedom, and the very structure of the Nigerian state. As this story continues to unfold, the world watches. The outcome of his case will undoubtedly have profound implications, not just for Kanu himself, but for the broader movement he represents, and for the future of justice and free speech in Nigeria. It raises critical questions. Where is the line between political agitation and terrorism? What happens when a government is accused of violating the very laws it is sworn to uphold? And can an individual, standing alone, successfully challenge the full might of the state? We will continue to follow this case closely and bring you updates as they happen. Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive. What are your thoughts on this complex issue? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this video informative, Please give it a thumbs up, share it with others, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.